I'm writing this 2 weeks after my wedding to my amazing husband Josh, and I need to share what happened because our decision to have an unplugged ceremony ended up exposing behavior that would have ruined our entire day if we hadn't set that boundary. My name is Natalie, I'm 30 years old, and what should have been a simple request about phones turned into a dramatic revelation about someone I thought was my best friend. Josh and I had been together for 4 years when he proposed last spring. We'd met through a hiking group and bonded over our shared love of the outdoors and our mutual dislike of constant social media documentation. Neither of us are big on posting our lives online. We have accounts, but we use them sparingly, preferring to actually experience moments rather than performing them for an audience. When we started planning our wedding, one thing we both agreed on immediately was that we wanted our ceremony to be fully present and intimate. We'd both been to weddings where half the guests spent the entire ceremony holding up phones and tablets, blocking the view for people behind them and creating this weird forest of screens between the couple and their loved ones. We didn't want that. We decided to have an unplugged ceremony, meaning we'd ask guests to put away their phones and cameras and just be present for the actual vows. We hired a professional photographer and videographer to capture everything, and we planned to share those photos with guests afterward. For the reception, we were fine with people taking pictures and posting if they wanted, but during the ceremony itself, we wanted everyone's full attention and presence. This seemed like a reasonable request to us. It wasn't about being controlling, it was about creating the kind of intimate, meaningful ceremony we'd been dreaming of. We'd seen so many beautiful unplugged weddings online where guests actually watched the couple instead of watching through a screen, and that's what we wanted for ourselves. We included a note in our invitations explaining our unplugged ceremony request. The wording was polite and friendly, something like, "We invite you to be fully present with us during our ceremony. Please turn off your phones and put away cameras. Our professional photographer will capture memories to share with you later." We thought we'd covered our bases and set clear expectations. Most of our guests responded really positively to the idea. My parents said they thought it was a great decision and they were looking forward to actually watching the ceremony without distractions. Josh's family was supportive and said they understood wanting an intimate ceremony. Our friends mostly sent thumbs up emojis and said they were excited to be fully present for our big day. But my maid of honor, Rachel, had a very different reaction. Rachel and I had been friends since college, almost 10 years of friendship that I valued deeply. She was outgoing and fun and always the life of the party, which balanced out my more introverted nature. When Josh proposed, there was no question that Rachel would be my maid of honor. I wanted her standing beside me on the most important day of my life. When Rachel got the invitation with the unplugged ceremony note, she called me immediately. Her tone was sharp in a way I wasn't used to hearing from her. She said she thought the phone ban was excessive and controlling. The guests should be allowed to capture their own memories of our special day. I explained our reasoning about wanting people to be present and having a professional photographer, but Rachel kept pushing back. She said she'd been planning to live stream parts of the ceremony for her followers on social media. Rachel had built up a pretty substantial following on Instagram over the past few years, around 40,000 people who followed her lifestyle content. She posted about fashion, travel, events she attended, and click below to listen to full story.